Mm. Hello, everyone. I am Heidi Roddenberry. I am a mother, I am a philanthropist, and I am thrilled to be here today. I thank you to Anu, and I thank each and every one of you that are here as part of this. I see you and I appreciate you showing up. I am a professional philanthropist. And so I can appreciate that you might be looking at this saying, like, wait a minute, how does philanthropy start with me if I'm not a professional philanthropist? So stick with me as I share with you my journey in the professional realm as the head of a family foundation and how that can bridge for each one of us to head towards the apologies, to head into the future. So as I've said, I head the Roddenberry Foundation. We are the sci-fi family, the Star Trek family. So needless to say, we are fans of space. Yet we are so in love with Earth. And so all of our efforts are towards universal thriving. I work with an incredible board. I have a remarkable staff. And together, we spend every moment of every day figuring out how we can do better. And so, something for you to know about the way we do philanthropy is we see that there appears to be a lot of action and energy. Yet, with the billions of dollars that are given every year, we still seem to be mired in these same problems. And so we took that as a challenge to figure out how can we do charitable giving better. Now, this has merged with our premise as the science fiction family, as the Star Trek family, with what we call the Roddenberry philosophy. We believe in people. We believe that diversity is vital to a thriving society. We believe that we can do more together. And so we have taken that and looked at how can we take our capital, our money, and inject it in very specific places that can have catalyzing effects. And you know what we found? It is with people. It is through people that we can unfold how to have a beautiful existence on this planet. So, the specifics of a family foundation and what we have done. First and foremost, for those of you who aren't familiar with an official structure of a family foundation, we have an endowment. And so we have about $90 million that we invest. And then we give away about 5%, so 4 to 5 million every year. Now, the very first thing I'll offer is, where do you think we can be more impactful? And the answer is the 95% of our endowment. So the very first thing that I can offer to all of you, not only as a professional philanthropist, yet every single person, what does the story of your money tell? Because where you put your dollars, where particularly you invest, that is a vote for a future. We have the control to support our sisters through all of their enterprises and businesses. We have the vote with our dollar about supporting sustainable businesses, right? Refusing single-use plastics. And as a philanthropist, it meant that we took 95% of our assets and worked with our financial advisors and said, this money needs to stand with our mission and vision. And so we have found that you can indeed make money by supporting good companies. That is the mainstay of how we affect change in the world. The 5%, which is what you generally hear about in the news, are the gifts that are given. But I just really want to highlight that your investment has a lot of power. The 5%, we then realized we can really do some interesting things. And so for the 10 years that we have operated as a family foundation, we're known as a progressive foundation because we're willing to take risks. And so what we have done is we essentially don't do very many direct charitable gifts. Instead, we utilize prize philanthropy, and it's our effort of democratizing innovation. Like I said, we believe in people, and we believe that if you're not in this privileged ivy tower chain of education does not mean that you don't have good ideas. And so we seek anyone out in the world that if you've got a clever idea, if you're looking at your community and figuring out what they need and are doing things differently, we will come and give money in a catalytic way. The idea of, think of us as like your angel investors. It's just that our return on investment is for a better world. So we are different than the VCs, the venture capitalists that come and give you money that are looking at your bottom line for business success. We want your business success to also be helping the world. So the models that we have set up in our philanthropic model are that we invest into good companies. We offer prizes to motivate innovation in a certain area. We also have a fellowship where, for the first time in our history, we decided to focus on the United States directly. So in the US, we have fellows who are operating to help with activism and truth and justice. So they are working with communities all across the US in terms of environmental support, helping with civil discourse. They are working on women's rights and equality. All of these are incredible. So Prize Philanthropy, we have a fellowship, and then the catalytic funding is called our Catalyst program. And that's the same thing. If you're doing good work somewhere in the world, we are happy to support you. Now, how does this all relate to you, you may ask? I've already talked about the story of money. What I'd like to leave you all with is the idea that we're each on this planet a unique being that has vast sources of inspiration. And when you look at the world with how you show up coming from your heart, if you think about the actions you take, the words that you share, the thoughts that are coming through your mind, each one of those things can shape a new future. It's the idea of a thoughtful existence that, regardless of your vocation, however you are contributing to the world, as a mother, in your career, we can all do better by choosing the actions and the words and the thoughts that create the world that we would like. And so I invite you as sisters and brothers that we can do more together. And that by looking in our hearts and making these conscious choices as we show up in the world, we can indeed live long and prosper. I am Heidi Roddenberry, and I am complete.